Yes. I like the most obscure music you guys have ever heard in your life. My taste is quite eclectic. How you doing? Good. Thursday morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is February 5th, 2026, which means we are 5 days into February, the shortest month of the year. I don't know if you guys are paying attention to the trees outside, but if you look very, very closely at the old big trees, there's a little bit of rounding at the tips of the branches, which means that maybe the gerbil was wrong. I don't know. We will see. We shall see. But we got news and notes from around the league today, guys. I'm gonna be honest. I woke up a little black-pilled this morning. I woke up a little bit. I slept good, but still a little bit cranky with the state of affairs. So I figured I would start the day off with a little punch of some good news for you guys. Christian McCaffrey earns the Salute to Service Award after raising $700,000 for military families. Quote, "It's a huge honor. And my only question is, $700,000, what'd you do with the rest of it?" I'm just kidding. I think it's super duper dope. And you guys know that here at the Hat and Beard Show, we appreciate all of you veterans out there in Mad Hatter Nation. I think it's cool. Not only do I like Christian McCaffrey, but this is a pretty cool thing. And we will discuss what Fox has pulled up for us. Eagles then get update. In case you guys haven't been seeing the scuttly-buttly-doo around the league, the talking point this week, before the Super Bowl, is Mad Maxx Crosby. Well, it sounds like he's probably wanting out of Oakland of Las Vegas. The Eagles get updated Maxx Crosby trade value after wild Micah Parsons-like projections. This coming to us from sportingnews.com. I thought I'd try up a little bit of a different link for us. We'll see kind of what the asking price is for old Mad Max. And then shifting gears to the 313, but still maintaining the same tone. Lions face clear message on Maxx Crosby amid Raiders trade demands. This does kind of coincide with the poll that I have pulled up for you guys in the chat. And that is Mad Max. Is he a reality or is it a pipe dream? Great thought, but the money ain't there. Give me Max, or finishes his career in Detroit. So far, 9 votes have cast, and we're kind of all over the board, though. Finishes his career in Detroit seems to be 56% of the vote. That's probably what I would lean into. I just don't see the dollary dues being there, but he could have the old, last swing at it, last go while we're in the midst of a dynasty run here in Detroit, and he just wants to kind of bookend his career with a Super Bowl ring here at home in the Motor City. And then just a little bit of a good vibe. Just wanted to end on a good vibe. I did see this yesterday on Twitter. Guys, I told you that with what Brad Holmes said and with the mentality of a Drew Petzing, Monty ain't going nowhere, you guys. David Montgomery addresses reduced carries in Detroit Lions offense. Montgomery speaks on the 2025 season workload. In the same series of interviews, he did talk about how, him and Gibbs it's a duo. They're the tag team wrestling champs of the NFL, and it sounds like they're going to stay intact that way. But we will kind of poke around and see what kind of Monty news and notes we can drum up for y'all out there in Mad Hatter Nation. Shout out, everybody. Good morning, Rick, Mr. Figs, my mom, Derek's here. How you guys doing? Everyone's hanging out. We got a live show popping off and ready to go. I have Edge Fart. Well, I appreciate that, dude. Derek, it's best to it's better to fart and feel the shame than not to fart and feel the pain. So you might as well just go ahead and let that bad boy you have edge fatigue. I thought you were meaning you're holding in a fart, and I'm like, dude, just let her rip, brother. There is no shame in letting greeting from the interior seep its way out, especially early in the morning out there on the left coast. Guys, if you want to take part in the chat, you do need to be a subscriber to the channel. It's a very low barrier to entry, but just a little bit of a notification to you that, hey, I'm committed to being part of Mad Hatter Nation. Mad Hatter Nation is, of course, a based AF, a based AF Detroit Lions NFL content creation station. We are an island of sanity in a sea of nonsense. Please make sure that you turn that notification bell on so you can be notified every single time we go live Monday through Friday, 10 to 11 a.m. here at youtube.com. And next week, we're going to experiment with some alternative platforms with multi-streaming. We're going to see how that kind of works out. See if the Luddite on the other end of your phone screen here is capable of doing all that, or if I will fail miserably, which is kind of par for the course of things. Slap like on the video, you guys. Share this around with literally every single person that you know. What's up, Brandy Coffee? How you doing, sister? Good to see ya. Yeah, that was a we are woke as F. Yeah, dude, didn't you? You didn't mean you, Brandy. You got to hold it. Yeah. Former NFL team Dr. David Chow expressed concerns regarding Lions safety Kirby Joseph's long-term career outlook, specifically questioning his ability to play out. Well, that sucks. That is absolutely terrible news here. Shout out Detroit Sports Talk. Appreciate the news, my guy. Jack's hanging out in the chat. Jack 2125. How you doing, brother? Rick, yeah. If I'm woke, I'm out. So you guys, all right. Now that that's all out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the show.
If you can say the word good, guess what? It means you're still alive. It means you're still breathing. And if you're still breathing, well, then hell, you still got some fight left in you. So get up, dust off, reload, recalibrate, re-engage, and go out on the attack.
Shout out Detroit Sports Talk. I am also worried about Kirby. I'm worried about both of the safety rooms, or both of the safety positions. And I think, well, I wish my camera would focus here. I think that whatever we end up doing in free agency and the draft will be a solid tell as to what's going on. Camera, what is going on here, camera? Come on, Clanker. Come on. There we go. Fucking clanker-ass clanker. Clank it, your clanker. It's just a clanker. Your mother was a clanker. Your daddy was a clanker. You come from a long line of clankers. All you'll ever be is a clanker. Clanker. Christian McCaffrey earns Salute to Service Award after raising $700,000 for military families. It's a huge honor. And like I said, well, where's the rest of it? Where's the other $300,000? Why couldn't it just be a cool million? But, you know, we're not going to get greedy. We're going to applaud the hard work that CMAC has done and continues to just be, you know, look. There is a certain level of pedigree that professional athletes need to conduct themselves with, a certain role model-esque, even if you don't ask for it. It is a role that you are assigned being in this position. And Christian McCaffrey, dude, he just kind of seem like a good dude, just like one of the good guys in sports, man. And you got to love it. San Francisco, Christian McCaffrey was named the recipient of the 2026 NFL Salute to Service Award presented by USAA by Carl's Jr. The San Francisco 49ers running back launched his 23 and Troops Foundation in 2021 to focus on post-traumatic stress and athlete-level care for veterans. That's super dope, dude. That's world-class, you know, athlete care, dude. That's awesome. The foundation has raised $700,000 for military support and paid off holiday layaway for 515 military families. That is super duper cool too. McCaffrey grew up about a half hour away from a military base, so he always knew that this was the community he wanted to help. Way to give back to literally where you're from, dude. Your foundation's quote, I think it was just from a young age. My parents instilled me to respect the military and what it means to live in this country. I always appreciated that. And growing up in that area, a lot of your mentors end up becoming veterans because they're in the area, and you learn from them. You learn from their experiences and some of the stuff they did or saw, and it made me really just appreciate it even more, McCaffrey said. It's a huge honor. You know, we get to play a kid's game for a living, and we play it in front of millions of people. And a lot of that is because of the people who have sacrificed for us. And it is not just the people who were here served or are serving. It's their families, their wives, their husbands, their kids, who have to go through so much, and a lot of it is unseen. They don't get credit for this stuff. When the beginning of his foundation and doing his research, McCaffrey was struck when he read that 22 veterans on average commit self-deletion every day. Quote, "That's why I'm doing this. I'm trying to chop that number down as much as possible," he said. I don't care. Then Dallas Cowboys receiver CeeDee Lamb also gave Super Bowl tickets to S.J. Farron, a 14-year vet and a Purple Heart recipient. I mean, that's cool, but I don't care about CeeDee Lamb. We're not here to talk about CeeDee Lamb. So quickly, the award is staying in San Francisco as George Kittle was last year's recipient. And honestly, I don't know if this is the truth or the reality. I like to think that these two dudes have like a friendly competition to see who can do the most good. You know what I mean? Like a competitive who can out good one another. You know, and it's just cool to see that George Kittle and Christian McCaffrey both giving back directly to military families and winning the Salute to Service Award. Anytime you're around a guy like George who have the personality and play, and as a Hall of Fame player, but then also loves giving back, it's inspiring and makes you want to do the same. So yeah, it seems like they got a little competition. I'm not gonna lie, that's quite a statement there, George Kittle. I never thought about that. Is George Kittle a Hall of Fame player? Is his numbers there? Is he? That's a good question. And is George Kittle going to retire? You guys, how do we feel about that? What's up, American Boxer? Are you related to Maxx Crosby? I think I said. Nope. Unfortunately, all of us gingers aren't related, dude. We don't actually all know one another. I could use that for a new handicap equipped van and a bigger house. There you go, dude. Hell yeah, dude. O-line Jeff Stoutland is leaving the organization. No shit. Damn, dude. Why? Do you know any scuttlebutt? Why is he retiring, or is he just sick of Sirianni and his greasy bullshit? Dude, I'm telling you, Nick Sirianni's greasy, dude. I don't like Nick Sirianni. I don't like him at all. He seems like an asshole. Nick Sirianni seems like the type of dude who like has a timer set down for chicks when they turn their OnlyFans on when they hit 18. You know what I'm saying? Like Nick Sirianni seems like the type of guy who's like the bartender slash manager of like an Applebee's and hits on all of the high school graduates. You know what I'm saying? Like Nick Sirianni just seems greasy. Allegedly, there. Don't sue me, Nick Sirianni. Actually, you know what? No, fuck that. My channel could definitely use that type of publicity. Nick Sirianni, sue me. Let's go. The injury was brutal. Fitted for a wheelchair next month. That thing ain't fitting in a Ford Fusion. Hell no, it's not, dude. Yeah, bro. That's damn Rick. Yeah, you got your hands full, dude. You like that, Mr. Figs? Yeah, why not, dude? Nick Sirianni. I could use the publicity, dude. Yo, think about it. I could like use the publicity, and then I could go on like a bunch of tours. I could go on like Fox, and I could go on like ESPN wouldn't have me, but like I could go on like all the Blaze channels. Maybe even like Tim Pool would have me on, dude. You know what I mean? My career could really use Nick Sirianni getting all bent out of shape by me calling him greasy. Unfortunately, with his name being Sirianni and me calling him greasy, I'm going to be labeled a racist because, I might as well just call him a Guido at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, there, boom, bingo, bango, bongo. Nuke me from oblivion, YouTube. I don't give a fuck. He's greasy. Nick Sirianni's greasy, dude. He definitely is a greasy bastard. Speaking of greasy bastards, oh, Randy, you greasy cheeseburger eating fuck. Come on now, Randers. You know that we don't have the kind of money for the good chicken tenders. We don't have the money for the $6 kind. And you're over here dangling cheeseburgers and $6 tenders in front of my face here, Randers. And that ain't gonna fly. Okay. I love the idea of Maxx Crosby being traded to the Lions, but as we'll see here through this article and the next one, the asking price is an awful lot. We all know that it's going to be a first-round pick, right? You got to give up a first-rounder. And Oakland can just sit there and do whatever they want because they're clearly in a rebuild. So why not just take... Look, if they're gonna nuke their salary cap and trade Mad Maxx Crosby away, you got to replace that talent with a ton of rookie scale contracts. Best case scenario, you allocate 3 draft picks towards a replacement level player and hope that one of them pans out to a cunt hair of a degree that Maxx Crosby did on the field. You know, you got real lucky with Maxx Crosby. They got real lucky with Maxx Crosby, dude. You don't find those kinds of players. And what was he, a 4th-round pick? You know what I'm saying? You don't find them every single day, dude. And you had one, and you screwed the pooch, dude. You pissed him off, and now he don't want to play for you no more. That's fine. But now it's time to realize the reality of your situation. You've already shit in your box of Wheaties, dude. There's no sense in eating it, and it's time to try and sell that box of Wheaties for the best value you can possibly get for it. How much capital are teams willing to fork over for Mad Maxx Crosby? Eagles get update on Maxx Crosby trade value after wild Micah Parsons-like projection. What do we have here? If Maxx Crosby hits the trade block this offseason, it's going to make the next few months very interesting, and the Philadelphia Eagles will likely get in on the fun. Gross. Jay Glazer dropped multiple Crosby-related bombs on Wednesday, with the NFL Insider revealing he believes Crosby is done in the Oakland Raiders, Vegas Raiders of Oakland, the LA Las Vegas Raiders of Oakland. The last straw, Crosby was none too pleased about the team sitting him over the final weeks of the season because of injury. And that is just the latest frustration Crosby has had with a franchise that hasn't been able to get on track. Quote, and then Max is on the other line going, man, screw these guys. They're shutting me down. I'm not about this. Hell no, I'm not. Hell no, we won't go. I'm not doing that. I left the facility. I'm out. I'm out. Deuces. Peace out. Peace and love. Peace and love. Peace out. A-Town down. Bump, 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 bump. I want to get traded. I'm done. I was trying to talk Max off the ledge, the Fox Sports Insider said to Yahoo Sports. Jason Fitz, he says, peace out, A-Town down. And then he shuffle dances out of there. The other bomb Glazer dropped was that he thinks Crosby could fetch more than Dallas Cowboys got from Micah Parsons, which was 2 first-round picks and a Pro Bowl caliber defensive lineman, Kenny Clark. That no doubt raised some eyebrows, as you won't find many people who think that'll actually happen. Crosby is a great player, no doubt, but we would argue Parsons is better. Andy's younger. I'm not wild about Micah Parsons. Fuck the Packers, fuck the Cowboys, fuck the Bears, fuck the Vikings. And for that matter, fuck the Rams and fuck the Chargers, and fuck the Cardinals and fuck the Chiefs and fuck the Ravens and fuck the Jets. And fuck the Bengals. Fuck the Saints. Fuck the Colts. Fuck the Dolphins. Trying to think of any. Fuck Atlanta. But yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to get Micah Parsons' value for an older and less higher caliber player. And that's not taken away from Maxx Crosby. He's a great. Micah Parsons is a Hall of Fame caliber player. Maxx Crosby is an all-pro elite player. There is a difference. Although not much of one, there is a difference. Ian Rappaport is one of the people who don't believe Crosby will garner more than Parsons' trade. It's not going to be Micah Parsons' compensation because Parsons was younger. Rappaport reported on unnecessary roughness with Quinn Myers. Q Myers, sorry. But a late first-round pick would be real because the Raiders, thankfully, were bad enough. They don't have to trade up to get the first pick. They got it. It's all just capital. If that's what it was, they're not going to replace Maxx Crosby. Even if they hit on a great pass rusher, they're still not going to replace him. What you do it? That doesn't make any sense. You replace him with a player and then use the money to go get other good players and really build it. That's not an accurate. That's not what he said. He didn't say what you do it. You replace. That's not what he said. Well, we're gonna move on from this article, guys. I just can't handle it when they just botch it so bad like that, dude. I'm like, come on now. It ain't that hard. You have a job where you type on a keyboard, dude. You should be able to edit your shit. Move to China, get ready to learn Chinese, Shedeur Sanders. Dude, that'd be hilarious, dude. That'd be hilarious. Will not coach 26 and expect to step away from on-field coaching. No shit, dude. No shit. I'd rather sign Trey in free agency than trade for Max, y'all. For real. Yeah, Trey, much cheaper, far cheaper in draft capital. 100% Mr. Figs. Brad, you guys know Brad is not the most keen guy on dealing away drafts. He loves them draft picks, dude. He loves them draft picks. Fuck the refs. Hell yeah, I forgot about that. Fuck the refs. Yep, fuck them all. Fuck them all and fucking no regrets. I'll hit the lights on these dark sets, put down your noose. I'll hang myself, St. Anger around my neck. Ooh, I hear the world shake like an earthquake. Hard to see fear. Is it me? Is it fear? I'm madly in anger with you. I'm madly in anger with you. That album sucks, by the way. Saint Anger is an absolute embarrassment to the Metallica catalog. The Chinese Browns, so would they be Shador Sanders. Very clever, Shador Sanders. Gonna run a play action, huh? Gonna run a play action. Gonna run a play. Myles Garrett gonna get a sack. Myles Garrett gonna get sacked on Shador Sanders. Gonna run play action, please. Gonna throw the long bomb. Oh, Todd Monken, please. Oh, Todd Monken gonna coach the Chinese Browns. Chinese Browns gonna be coached by Todd Monken. Shador Sanders. Very clever, Shador Sanders. Very clever. Oh, hello, Sanders. Shador Sanders, please. Oh, man. I'm fucking burnt out this week, y'all. Oh, you like a Shador Sanders, please? Chairman Mao wanted to show Santa, please. Chinese Browns, please. Come China. Come China. We be America. You have Big Mac. We have Big Mac. We have Cleveland Browns. We have Cleveland Browns, Shador Sanders, and Big Mac. We're American as fuck. We're American as fuck, please. Bring a McDonald's. Broad right. Broad right. Broad right. What's up, What's up, Chinese, please. Shador Sanders, Cleveland Browns, Chinese Browns, please. Oy vey. I'm getting canceled one of these days. Lions face clear message on Maxx Crosby amid Raiders trade demands. Max wants out. We know this. Lions Wire noted that Crosby is expected to fetch an even higher price than Dallas Cowboys edge rusher Micah Parsons, but suggested it could be worth it to take Detroit's defense to the next level. Well, here's the thing, bud. No. Just no. Because you see here, one, Maxx Crosby is not going to get more than Micah Parsons. Again, that's not a slight against Maxx Crosby, please. It's just he's older and he's not as elite. Oh, my hip. As elite. And one of them Chinese doing voodoo magic on me on the other side of the earth. Funny hat and beard. Little ginger man, huh? You take it funny, huh? Look at me, I got voodoo doll. Stick you in the hip. Oh, it hurt, doesn't it, priest? Mr. Priest. Yeah, Mr. Priest. See how you like that, priest? Fucking damn, dude. My hip is killing me. One, Maxx Crosby is not going to get Micah Parsons' deal. So just put that out of your mind. If Oakland is in fact demanding Micah Parsons compensation, then Detroit is immediately out, right? That's not worth it. You're talking 2 first-round picks, brother. I don't care if it's 17 and 32, because next year we're picking at 32. You guys know that, right? We're picking at 32 next year, period, point blank. Jared Goff for JG 16 for MVP, League, and Super Bowl. I couldn't give... All right, so this is what you do. If Detroit is to make a play from Maxx Crosby, we're not giving up 2 first-round picks. I'll give you a first round this year. And a second round. I'll give you a first round this year and a third round next year. And maybe a 6th round. But I only do that after trading out of 17. Okay, so theoretically, you trade out of 17 back to the mid-20s. All right, so we're talking 25. And I mean mid-20s, 25 to 32, somewhere around there. Right, so you're picking post-25. by trading out of 17 to 25. We're talking a first-round swap and more draft capital. If that draft capital carries a second and third round pick, if that second or third round pick is all right, if you can trade out of 17 to 25 from 25 to 32, I'm comfortable. The only way I would make it work, the only thing that would be acceptable for me with Oakland is Lions have to trade from 17 back to 25. Okay, we'll just say 25 is a good barometer, right? Just as a nice round number. So we move from 17 to 25. Say you pick up a third rounder, right? In this instance, I'm then willing to trade 25. I'm willing to trade 25. I'm willing to trade a second round pick for Maxx Crosby, but then I get their second round pick this year so that I'm still staying in the top 50 with my first overall pick, or my first pick in the draft. Does that make sense? Because what you're doing then is you're saying at that point in the draft board that the edge pieces aren't there, anyone that's higher up on your board, and you feel comfortable with the prospects post 30, between 30 and 50. You feel there's plenty of talent to pick there from. Unfortunately, by trading out of the first round, then you're losing that fifth-year option that is a little bit of a caveat to kind of extend salary cap dollars. I don't know, man. I'm just not there. I'm having a... I love Maxx Crosby, dude. I'm a big fan of how he conducts himself. I think it's awesome. You know, I used to be that guy. I'm not going to lie, y'all. I know that I'm like Mr. Country, 2A MAGA Christian conservative America first, dude. But your boy used to be quite the Mad Maxx Crosby kid. You know what I'm saying? Know what I mean, dude? That's a hefty potential asking price, and one the Lions might struggle to seriously consider as they weigh that Crosby's star power would bring against their current cap situation and overall roster needs. And that's the other thing. Just getting the asking price to get him away from Oakland is one thing. You then have to, what does he have, like $100 million contract? Inked a 3-year, $106 million extension with the Raiders in March. So there's still 2 years. You're still talking, $30-some million a year. That's a pretty hefty number. And it's going to be hard to get when you don't have a rookie salary cap at quarterback, when all of the contracts are starting, when the Pipers come and due on all the talent that you drafted. You're really going to start stretching. Now, I do, advocate that the salary cap is only as real as you want to make it out to be. However, why make life extra complicated for yourself? Crosby is a 2-time All-Pro, a 5-time Pro Bowler, and would instantly form the NFL's top pass-rushing duo when paired with second-team All-Pro and 2-time Pro Bowler Aiden Hutchinson. It would fill one of the Lions' top offseason needs, a proven pass rusher opposite Hutchinson with one of the league's finest. Plus, Crosby would arrive with 4 seasons of team control as he inked a 3-year, $106.5 million extension with the Raiders last March. As much as I absolutely want to have the fun of Maxx Crosby and Hutch, dude. You'd have the Michigan Mayhem Man and Mad Maxx Crosby. You don't even need a secondary at that point. You don't even need a secondary because your pass rush is just going to be crushing everybody. But, dude, I'd rather pay $20 million for Trey Hendrickson than trade away draft capital and pay for Mad Max. I expect Brady to go after Trey Hendrickson. Yeah, Jack, that seems like a good fit, doesn't it? Not good news at all, unfortunately. We won't have surgery performed, likely stem cell transplant therapy. Oh, for Kirby. Oh, so he's going to be doing that Christian McCaffrey going over to Germany thing, huh? If Max is really unhappy with the Raiders, then he can come play for the greatest team. If he cuts a deal, no draft picks, just some cash. His happiness and well-being is the greatest goal. Unfortunately, Mom, that's just not how the business rolls, though. But I appreciate your. I get where you're coming from, but that's just not how the business works. It is the best thing for him though to get out. You're right, Carrie. I do think Trey is far more likely. Can't see Brad giving up draft picks for Maxwell. Trey is a free agent. That's just and guys. Did Hutchinson and Crosby play together at U of M? No, American Boxer, because Hutch played at U of M and Max played at Eastern Michigan. He's a Eastern Michigan Eagle. Would make a average secondary look great, though. That is true. But see, you guys, here's the thing. I didn't realize I was so young. Yeah, Kirby's only 25 years old, dude. He's so young and playing at such a high level. Here we go. Alrighty, dighty, dighty. Alrighty, dighty, 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 potatoes. We've got bargains and bargains and bargains and bargains and bargains and bargains and bargains galore. So there is quite a plethora of defensive ends who will be available. However, as you guys can see right off the rip, your top end talent is top age. Hendrickson's 31. Khalil Mack is 35. Hassan Reddick is a basket case, and he's going to be 31 years old. I want this out of here. Go away. Click. Malcolm Knuth, he's 27. I'm not too wild about him, though. Joey Bosa is going to be 31. Autry is going to be 36. Floyd is 170 years old. Yeter Gross Matos. Well, it doesn't quite fit what we do here. Draymond Jones, not so wild. Where's my guy? Joseph Asai. Actually, I think Joseph Asai is a really, really young, talented player. Epinesa fits what we do pretty well. Kwity Paye has been a name dropped quite a bit. Where's my guy? Marcus Poop Davenport. Where's my guy? Boye Mafe, again, doesn't do what we like to do here. Same with Arnold Ebitikian. Where's my guy, dude? Oh, I don't think he's poised to be an upcoming free agent. I think he's expected to be cut. Son of a bitch. Or do they have him listed as a defensive tackle? You guys know who I'm after. You guys know who I want. John Franklin Myers. Get out of here. Whoops. I don't know why I go to images, because I'm used to making thumbnails. John Franklin Myers. This is the guy that I think we should go after, dude. 6'6", 280. Fits that bookend style, dude. Evidently, it's not going to let the Packers lose another coach. Good. Good. Stem cell therapy is most effective in younger people. Hell yeah, it is. The Tower of Eastern Michigan campus is true. I have no idea, American Box. That's a good question. Who'd the Packers lose? And I'm glad. The Packers can lose all their coaches for all I care. All right, so here's our guy, John Franklin Myers from Greenville, Texas. He's 1996, so he's going to be 30 years old, a little bit older than I want. Played in Denver this last season, had a relatively productive year. Bigger body, 6'4", 288. That's what it is, my bad. I'm telling you, this is the guy we're going to end up going after. He fits what we do well. How much time we got left? Damn, dude, we flew through today's show. Which is totally fine. We might cut it short after we run through this article. David Montgomery addresses reduced carries in Detroit Lions offense. Monty speaks on the 2025 season workload. Pulled this article up just for you, American Boxer. I figured you'd appreciate this. Eagles are hiring Ryan Mahaffey as run game coordinator and tight ends coach. Sources, former Packers coach. Good. Give Davenport, Pascal, Levi, 7th rounder, and next year's 3rd rounder for Crosby. Dude, you're going to have to send a couple of ham sandwiches with that because you're not giving very much up. The most valuable thing in that is the 7th round pick. Or next year's 3rd rounder. TJ Packer, huh? Who's that? Let's look him up. TJ Packer. Parker. TJ Parker? Yes, TJ Parker. The other, okay, yeah. I think I actually looked at this guy early on. Because there was a kid from Clemson that I was all high on. He's a junior, 6'3", 265. Any news on him? Let's take a look at his stats. Not a lot of production. Let's get his PFF grade, huh? Why don't I just do this? Alrighty, dighty. Yeah. Lowest grade. So he got crushed against Notre Dame. Played well against lesser opponents. Not so wild about that. Not so wild about that. He doesn't grade out so well, dude. But I don't have any tape on him. I haven't seen any tape on him. Let's take a look at some tape, huh?
This offense moving down the field.
Yo, nope. Too loud. Boom. Sorry, guys. So he's right here. All right, that's a pretty good play on the run. Is he a defensive end or a linebacker? Because that's two plays. See, he's got his hand out of the dirt a lot. All right. He's not very... I mean, that was a good little move, but I could use a little bit more speed. Now, I got to ask, are we drafting him to be a pass rusher, or are we drafting him to be the bookend? Parker, no one wants those three. Exactly, neither do we. Look up Jennings Dunker. He looks like a Dan Campbell guy. If the Lions get a functional center and tackle and keep Monty, the Lions, Goff are going to cook on offense. 100% American boxer. Look up, is that Jennings Dunker? Oh, shit. Who the fuck is even this guy, huh? Holy shit. Who the fuck is this guy? He looks like a lumberjack with sawed-off legs. That's awesome. Let's go. Oh, yes. Look at this fucking guy, huh? Holy shit. Look at them grades, brother. Yo. Detroit Sports Talk. Yo. Did you find me? Bro. You guys figured out what I've been doing in my off time. I actually tuck all my hair up under my hat. You found me. Yo, who the fuck is even this guy, huh? You imagine this guy and the mullet himself. Oh, dude, we got ourselves a nasty pairing right here. Woo. Only 3 penalties? Wow. Only 2 sacks allowed? Wow. Wow, dude. All right. Yeah, look at that. Overall grade in 25 was an 80.6, 17th among 600 tackles. Pass block grade was a 77, good for 79th amongst 600 tackles. And a run block grade of 78.2, good for 24th amongst 600 tackles. Dude. Yes. 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 Gimme. Gimme, gimme. Gimme, gimme, gimme. This is what I'm saying about there being all kinds of talent deeper in the draft, dude. This is a big guy draft, bro. This is a big man draft, bro. This is where you can get all kinds of good talent in the later rounds, dude. What a mullet, exactly. Dude, this is my guy right here. Jennings Dunker. He is this year's Tate Ratledge for me now, guys. I will have a hard time not drafting him consistently in mock drafts now. Golly jeepers, gee willikers, gee whiz, fellows. All right, so what do we got over here? You guys want to watch this little clip with, it's 6 minutes. They'll flag me. The Detroit Lions have leaned on their run game throughout the Dan Campbell era, and David Montgomery has been a cornerstone of that effort. Yes, I mean, if you want to talk about the actual trend-setting cornerstone of Dan Campbell's approach to running the ball, it was a little boy named Jamal Williams. However, things changed somewhat for Montgomery in 25 as his snap count lessened as the regular season wore on. As Jahmyr Gibbs blossomed in one of the league's dynamic talents, Montgomery became somewhat less of a presence within Detroit's offense. Monty finished the year with 716 yards and 8 touchdowns. Respectable. But played over 35% of his team's snaps in just one of the final 5 regular season games. During an interview promoting Boy Scouts of America on Radio Row during Super Bowl week, which is super awesome, by the way. Good on David Montgomery. Monty was asked about the Lions' backfield and his role within it. The veteran running back disagreed with NBC Sports' Chris Sims' impression that Gibbs was stealing his carries and that he feels the impact of having 2 solid backs and what that can do for a team. Quote, I wouldn't say dealing with it, and I wouldn't say stealing. I would say you're on a team with the luxury of having 2 guys like that. I'm a competitor, just like anybody that's playing at a high level in a professional sport. Everybody wants to play, and everybody wants to be involved. The good thing about this is that I am an incredible teammate, and I'll do whatever I need to do to ensure that my team is going in the right direction. But I want to be a part of that also. Montgomery knows the Lions underachieved relative to their lofty expectations during the 2025 season, as they missed the postseason and finished in last place in the NFC North. However, he doesn't expect the team to be in the cellar for very long. Though he's uncertain exactly where things went wrong for Detroit this past season, Monty has steadfast trust in general manager Brad Holmes and head coach Dan Campbell. The veteran believes that the ship will be steered into the right direction, and the organization will be back in the contending mix very soon. Quote, I honestly can't answer that question. That's why they pay Brad, and that's why they pay Coach Campbell, to get the answers to those kinds of questions. This I do know. Brad and Coach Campbell, they work hard. It won't be something we'll be living in, Montgomery noted. It'll be corrected, and we'll be right back where we were before this year. We're going to the Super Bowl. Not we're trying to go, he just says, we're trying to go, we're going to the Super Bowl. Another aspect of the Lions' future hopes of returning to the postseason is the addition of new offensive coordinator Drew Lil Spud Petzing. The Lions replaced Johnny Mo Screens. Dear God, don't throw the screen, Johnny Mo. Shortly after the season, adding Petzing, who previously coordinated the Arizona Cardinals offense for 3 years. Petzing has a strong history of directing the ground game as he designed a scheme that propelled James Conner to back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. Montgomery has spoken with Petzing and came away from their initial conversation impressed and convinced that he can be the right guy for the Lions. It is right and just. I think I talked to him briefly. It's pretty evident that he knows exactly what has to happen, and he's prepared for the task at hand, Montgomery said. It'll be good to see what he implements in our offense and how he can improve better than we were last year. I do like that Monty and that St. Brown and that Goff and that everybody is like, no, this is the guy. The people who we should be listening to, who have respectable takes on stuff. Yes, I know Amon-Ra had his little you don't know ball comment, but Monty and Goff, these are very important, very well-respected minds, veteran minds. We should listen to what they're saying. These guys are sold on Lil Spud, and we should be as well, especially with the 2 minds are better than one. Pinky and the Brain are going to be absolutely bananas this year, you guys. Pinky and the Brain are going to be bananas this year. I think Jennings could be the replacement for Decker. Detroit Sports Talk, I know that Jennings can be the replacement for Decker. That is our guy. I can't wait to watch him crush it at the Combine. Scuttlebutt from Scouts is that Dunker's feet fails him against speedy pass rushers and that projects as a guard in the NFL. Well, I'm not mad about that. If the plan is for Tater to slide over to center, well then bingo, bango, bongo. We're rocking and rolling in the Congo. Jennings Dunker, an offensive tackle for the Iowa Hawkeyes, earned an elite 92.0 or 90.2 overall PFF grade during the 24 season, ranking 5th among all FBS tackles. Hell yeah, with a 92 grade in that category over the past 2 seasons. He has maintained a 90.0 overall PFF grade, ranking 2nd highest among all offensive linemen. There you go. Detroit Sports Talk. So, guys, this is what we need to do. Keep the narrative about his slow feet failing him. Keep hyping up these other tackles so that he can slide to us in the 2nd round. Or, Lord help us, him and Slaughter both slide to us. There's a lot of big bodies. All right? But the moral of today's story is we need to get off the Maxx Crosby pipe dream, guys, at least now. Let's see what the poll's looking at. 17 votes. Wow, guys, you guys are crushing it today. Mad Max, reality or pipe dream? 41% of you have said great thought, but the money ain't there. And I appreciate that you guys understand the reality of the situation. 24% of you say period point blank, just give me Max. I understand where you're coming from, but that is a hell of an ask right there. And 35% of you are saying he's going to finish his career in Detroit. I think that is the reality of what could possibly happen if we want Max in Detroit. It won't be for a couple more years until he's on the back end of his career. So we're going to go ahead and shut down the poll. Maybe Hat and Beard can be the starting replacement for Decker. Oh, dude, I wish. I'm a little short and a little old. I'll be turning 38 years old here come first week of April. Actually, my birthday is on Easter Sunday, so I'll be turning 38 then. We get Goff protection in the pocket. Look out. Exactly, dude. We just need that. And that was our big issue on offense was this: our offensive line could not maintain this year. We had too many replacements and we tried to replace them with subpar performance, right? Glasgow was not a replacement for Ragnow, and Ratledge was not a replacement for Zeitler yet. He will be there, though. We need to address the center position. Decker took a massive step back 2 years ago and continues to falter backwards. He needs to retire. Get us a good replacement for Decker. Figure out, retool that offensive line, and we'll be ready to rock and roll, especially with Pinky in the Brain calling the shots, guys. Had to see him because he sucks so bad is what you mean. Yep, exactly, dude. Exactly, guys. All right, fellas, so that's going to be it for today. We are cutting it a little bit short, but I'm kind of limping into the weekend. I just got to get through today and tomorrow, and then I start a week of vacation. We'll obviously be uploading every day, doing our normal live streams, but it'll be good to have a break away from work. I don't know, man. I'm just fucked. I'm just FUCT fucked. All right, guys, stay out of trouble. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. I've been Hat and Beard. You've been Attentive Audience. Until next time, tomorrow at 10 a.m. Bonga bonga. Frig off.